Hello everyone, welcome back. I have a bunch of large inclusions stuff that we're gonna see what sleeves fit and what doesn't. I don't know. I haven't figured out what fits everything yet. This is all of the Eve stuff that we have to get in before she announces her next comeback, which is like, I feel like any day, because the rumor is like end of July. We gotta get these stored. I can't do two eras at once. So we gotta get those in, and then this is just like the miscellaneous pile. There's some Luna, there's Heejin, Artemis, Stray Kids. I think that there's just a bunch of like random stuff in that pile, so we gotta do this. I have already tried to film this video twice, so I do have like a couple things that are already in sleeves. I'm not gonna unsleeve them and resleeve them though. I tried to film this video on Saturday, and then my water heater decided that it was gonna reset, and that's really loud. And then I got distracted for like several hours, and by the time I got back around to it, it was dark. So, oh, these don't fit in here. What did I put these in? Okay. Well, they're fine. They're kind of plasticky. And then I just tried to film this a little bit ago, but I'm currently in a battle with the birds on my balcony. So I have like hooks on my balcony, and I put like hanging pots of flowers on them. And I've now lived in this apartment. This is the second year I'll be living here. And last year, I put the, can I ever do these back to back maybe? I put the flower pots up there. And then I had a bird nest in one of them, and it killed all of the flowers. And I'm really trying to avoid having them do that this year. Are these gonna fit in here? Oh, maybe. So I had to finally pause and go get the whirligigs that were in my garage and put them in the plants to scare them away. And just in case anyone says like, oh, you're taking their home from them, I am looking at, like, no joke, at least 50 trees just out my front window. I'm not. My house backs up to the woods. They have plenty of spaces to do it that aren't my flower pots. So we'll see how my battle with the birds goes, because I would like to keep my flower pots this year. How are we gonna do this? I was thinking about this with the two postcards the other day, because I have, with the stickers, there's 12 total, because there's 10 postcards and then we have the 2 stickers, which means we have enough to do like all back to back. Look at that. I know you can't see them, you're just gonna have to trust me. I've given up, I'm just leaving them separately. So yeah, at this point, it's now Monday and I'm filming this video because I was gonna film it yesterday on Sunday. And then I was like, you know what if I just planted my plants instead? So I did that. It's fine, it's gonna go up on Friday anyway. It's just a matter of like, how annoying am I gonna make it for myself having to edit this video? Which I say, like, I don't consistently edit these videos like Friday morning before they go up. Because if there's one thing I know how to do, it's procrastinate stuff. Because it's never bitten me in the ass hard enough, quite honestly. Okay, these are everything that goes in this size, which is this 73 by 103. And then we can sort everything else. And if the other time that I filmed one of these videos is anything to go by, I'm gonna screw up like 5 or 6 of them at least. Like last time I did sorting photo cards on camera, I screwed up so many of them, and I got to the storing photo cards video and I was like, I'm having to redo a bunch of these. These are from the Doll QR album. I finally cut up, I had like 3 extra copies and I finally did what I said I was gonna do like a year ago. No, it really is a year ago. It's almost like exactly a year ago from when Doll came out. But I was like, I'm gonna cut these up and then store them in my binder. Don't worry, it only took me a year to get around to it. I got around to it. If you are, what a weird mark, whatever. You are gonna do this, you do have to cut them like way smaller to fit in the size. Like I shaved a bunch off of like every single side to actually make these fit. But like if you have an extra one, what else are you doing with it? And I think at least for me, I open and flip through my photo books all the time on my shelves. But for stuff like a QR album, I don't ever open these, which means I don't ever see the pictures in them. So I might as well cut them up because at least I flip through my binders too. But like QR albums or platform size stuff, I'm never opening those. Okay, let's see if we can figure out how this stuff gets organized. Eve and Chu should both be in the Dragon Shield sleeves. So is that. It's basically a matter of like, do I have any Artemis stuff that doesn't? Oh, that will. Goes in the like smaller Meow Cafe sleeves. That one does. Nope. Already screwing it up. It probably doesn't help that I like split the groups too. Like this is Stray Kids, but this part of Stray Kids goes in the smaller sleeves, and this part of Stray Kids goes in normal Dragon Shield sleeves. This is probably why I screwed up. I should just pick a size, really. Let's do all the small ones first, because I don't have that many of them. Oh, that is not the one I expected. So that's the pink and yellow. Is this the normal one? Yes. Like I use the pink and yellow for Changbin and Felix, but because of how I do it in the binder, I can't do it now. I have to wait until see like how it'll work, because I only do the pink and yellow on one side because I double side them, and I don't need every single sleeve to have 4 sleeves in it. Another thing we're finishing, like barely in time for the comeback, I guess, is Giant. I don't even know if I have it finished, quite honestly. I don't remember what I have and what I don't, but it's like mostly done. I have more of it now. Because I think it's the 18th? I don't know, there's a lot going on this month. Because yeah, I think Stray Kids Japanese comeback is on the 18th. And then I get to see Stray Kids like 3 or 4 days after that in Chicago. And then there's just like a bunch of comebacks this month. Like we get the double release day of the 13th. It's like next Friday. It's not the Friday that this is being posted. It'll be next week. Of Artemis and Itzy. So that's gonna be a fantastic day. I think ATEEZ is sometime in June. I've seen all the like teaser stuff for it so far, but I honestly haven't even processed like what day it said the comeback actually was. I also have no idea what I'm actually gonna do for that comeback because there's no photo book. So like I'm probably not gonna buy any of the albums, and I'll probably just buy like a couple Yeosang cards secondhand. I feel like I've seen a lot of discussion on both sides about the whole no photo book thing for the comeback. And I don't know, my stance on it has been what it's always been. Why aren't we using the platform Polka whatever versions for what they should have been used for? Give us a photo book in like a photo book album or normal version or whatever. And then any photo cards that come in that version should be the exact same cards that come in the platform Polka whatever version. That way, if you buy the photo book version, which like I would like to own at least a copy of for the groups that I collect, you have that. And then for every single event, you don't have to do the photo book version. You just use the Polka version, which has the exact same cards as the photo book version, and you can still get the same cards. But if you don't want to collect a bunch of cards for it, you still get the photo book version from the group, and you get like 1 or 2 cards in it. This doesn't seem like a hard thing to do, and the K-pop companies are like, what if we had 18 versions and all of them were different? Luna. Of course, I'm gonna have one that's gonna go in that binder. It's not a video for storing photo cards until I have 1 card. Oh no, I guess the Heejin ones do too. 3 cards. Gotta pull out a binder for 3 cards. This is gonna go in Eve. It's just weird to me that it seems like there's a very obvious solution for the whole photo card thing, but companies are just unwilling to take it. I don't know. Oh, there's so many Eve cards. Because I still want to own like a photo book and a CD from a comeback. Maybe that's just me being like a physical media gremlin. And like, oops, you can't take away my physical CD. Like, yeah, streaming could disappear at any moment, but like if I have the CD, it's mine now. Because there was that one moment, I think it was like 2021, when there was that huge disagreement between one of the Korean companies that license a bunch of K-pop music and Spotify, and basically every single K-pop group just disappeared off of Spotify for like a month. Do you guys remember that? Sometimes I feel like I've been here for so long, certain things feel like a fever dream to me. But like that happened, right? That was real. Whoops, I guess my point is that like once I have that CD, at least you can't take the music from me. Another thing that's a fever dream to me is I was listening to, I think it was like a K-pop random dance or something on YouTube. I just like had it on in the background or something. And it was one that included like quote unquote older songs. They weren't that old, but most K-pop random dances are like only things that have come out in the last month kind of thing. So considerably, it was older. And I was just listening to it, and all of a sudden, Tiger Inside by Super M came on, and I was like, that wasn't real. What? I had completely forgotten about that song, which is pretty rare for me because my playlist is, no joke, like 3,000 songs long. Songs pretty much just get added and then never taken off that playlist. But I do occasionally take some stuff off the playlist. But like, I completely forgot about that song. And it just immediately came back to me, and I was like, man, Super M themselves was like, that was a fever dream. Like, was that real? I don't know. And it's so funny to think about now, because I'm pretty sure like half of them aren't even with SM anymore. It's like, man, SM really tried to do that. That was a really weird thing they did. That's one of the songs that I have like this distinct memory of listening to for the first time. I have like a really good sound memory, so there's so many albums that I can tell you like exactly where I was the first time I heard it, and every time I hear it, it kind of just like sends me back to that time. Or like individual songs, I can tell you where I was, or where I was walking or standing or whatever. And Jopping by Super M is absolutely one of those songs. It's this like super distinct memory to me, which is so funny. Because I remember watching the music video for it like before I went to work in the morning, and this was before COVID. So I was going in 3 days a week. My company was actually like ahead of the curve. We were already working from home 2 days a week. But I was going in 3 days a week, which meant I remember standing at my kitchen island in my first apartment that I had after I graduated college. And it's like 7:20 in the morning before I left for work. And I am standing there, like phone in hand, watching the Jopping music video. Just like sitting there going, what is happening? Like, what is this? It's just such a vivid memory to me, where it was like, what in the world is happening? Like, what is this music video? What is this song? I think I don't have those moments as often in K-pop anymore. And when it does come up, it's like, oh, like maybe it's the westernization or whatever, or like just the sterilization, for lack of a better word, of K-pop, where it's like, I feel like stuff is just less weird now, because we have to appear like we're gonna appeal to the broadest market possible, which is insane that Super M, I'm saying that, and then Super M was designed to like appeal to the West, and then they released Jopping. Like, that's not the most insane answer to that question of how do we appeal a K-pop group to the West? Let's release Jopping as their song, and that's gonna go over well with like the general public in the West. Well, I already ran out of the stack of sleeves that I got. I don't know why I underestimated so heavily when I saw the amount of cards I had. But like, realistically, what are the recent songs that have the same what the hell did I just watch vibe as Jopping? I guess the most recent one is probably Gnarly by Cat's Eye, which was a very similar experience. And I'm always going to be able to tell you where I was when I saw the music video. I wasn't even going to watch it. Like I'm not particularly interested in Cat's Eye in general, especially based on their first comeback. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine, whatever. But it didn't like grab me. So I wasn't even really going to watch the music video. And then I was on super early in the morning on Instagram because I was in the airport flying somewhere, and everybody is talking about this song. And I'm sitting here going, the group that released Touch? Like, I remember, I can like remember the chorus of Touch. Like, I know how it goes. And I was like, they released a weird song? Like, what are you talking about? And that was the only reason I went and saw the music video. And I was like, oh, okay. What? Like, regardless of how you feel on the song itself, I don't think that's relevant to the conversation. The point is that it worked. It doesn't matter how you feel about Gnarly as a song. They released that to get you talking about Cat's Eye, and look at what everybody is doing. Like, the quality of the song was actually completely irrelevant to the conversation around it. Like, I don't believe they went into this going, we're gonna release a good song. They went and going, people are gonna talk about us. And it worked. I can't fault them for that. I can fault them for releasing a bad song, but you know, I can't fault them for like the strategy working, you know? Like you can say whatever you want about Hive, but they know what works. Also, not to pause the entire conversation, but I have been thinking about these K-pop Nara pobs. I don't even remember if it's Chicago or Dallas or whatever. She looks like Jihyo, especially in this card, right? Like Jihyo of Twice, like this is like, she looks like that, right? Every time I see this card, I do like a double take because I'm like, I don't collect Jihyo. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's Eve. But like, am I insane? Does she look like that? This is every time I see this card specifically, my brain thinks of Jihyo. It's so funny to me that like I know what these idols look like, and then every now and again someone will like release a card or a picture or something, and I'm like, wait a minute. And it's so funny because I don't think she looks like that in any of these other cards. Like she just looks like Eve, except for those two K-pop Nara cards where I'm like, that looks like Jihyo. I feel like there was another card or photo recently where I had that same thought, but I cannot think of what it is now. I do feel like it had to do with Seulgi, but I don't remember what it was. But every now and then it's like a certain angle or something, and I'm like, whoa, that looks exactly like insert other idol here. Ooh, on Seulgi, I love when I like naturally segue myself into different topics of conversation. Irene and Seulgi had their, I was gonna say debut, it's the comeback. Monster just happened so long ago that it feels like that was a different lifetime. Like Monster was released, I was a different human being at that time. But they have finally released, is the mini album called Tilt? I don't even remember. But I was talking about it on my Instagram story. I don't think I stated my initial thoughts. I try not to state super initial thoughts, because a lot of times you do just have to listen to a song like more than once to get your actual opinion on it. And I'm not saying in the way that K-pop stans are like, well, I listened to it 80 times and now I've Stockholm syndromed myself into liking it. I'm saying like, sometimes you need to listen to it twice, and sometimes you're like, nope, still hate the song, just needed to confirm. But Tilt was one of those songs where I heard it the first time and I was like, I don't think I really like this song. And then I listened to it a couple more times and I was like, no, I understand this song now. I get it. At least for me, I think the first mini album, Monster, that was a better mini album for me. Like, I think I still have that whole mini album on my playlist, which again, I have 3,000 songs on my playlist. It's not hard to still be on my playlist like 10 years later, but I think I only added Tilt and Irresistible. I think those are the two songs that are on my playlist from the new one. Everything else was just like, that was fine. But like, I have no desire to revisit any of the rest of it. But I do get Tilt now. Like, it was on my most played songs of the month on the like Receiptify or whatever. So I understand it now. I get it. The one I still am not sure that I get, and I may never get, is Dreamcatcher. I was like, why can't I remember their name? Dreamcatcher, UAU finally released their mini album. And again, it's gonna be another one where I am going to remember for the rest of my life where I was when I heard it. I was in an airport again. I was running on like, I think like 5 hours of sleep. Not only 5 hours of sleep, we had gotten up to drop the rest of my friends at the airport. And then we decided to go crawl through a lava tube before we had to fly out. So I'm running on 5 hours of sleep. I've just basically like crawled through a cave for 2 miles, and we're sitting at the airport and our flight is delayed 45 minutes. And I just remember sitting there and I was like, oh yeah, Dreamcatcher released their mini album today. I gotta go listen to that. And I just like put my headphones in. to watch the music video for 2 months, and I just remember sitting there and I was like, what? What is this? Like, I was fully aware it wasn't going to be a rock sound. I'm not complaining about that. But like, I don't know, guys. I don't think I can get on board with this one. And I've absolutely listened to it. That was not my first and only listen to it. I have listened to it several more times since then. And I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm feeling this one. I do really like Good Luck from the mini album. And I think like Sacrifice has grown on me a lot. I don't know, about 2 months, guys. It kind of feels a little bit like noise music in like the worst way. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a noise music girly. Love me some random noise. Obviously, I collect Stray Kids and ATs. Like, sure, bang pots and pans together in the song. Bird of Prey call, sure, whatever, put that in there too. Like, it just doesn't feel like a complete thought. My other issue is that it's like mostly in English and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, I was like, I don't even think I understand what they're trying to say in this song. Which is a whole nother debate for K-pop that I'm not gonna delve into that today, but like, my basic opinion is that like, I think you should put forth at least a little effort to make it make sense if you're trying to market it to people who speak that language. That's all I got on that right now. But I genuinely have no idea what they're saying in this song. Like, I think I kind of could if I like squint and tilt my head to the side. I'm like, okay, I kind of maybe get what you're trying to say. But like, that's a whole lot of nonsensical words that you threw together. Another thing I find weird about it is they've been posting all of the dance challenges and shorts and stuff. And there's something like off about the dance to me, and I can't. Maybe it's because I'm seeing it like in shorts and stuff, the way they do it, where they're just like overlaying the song on top of it. But the dance almost looks like it's like half a beat out of sync with the song. It's really weird. I did see someone commenting on one of the videos. Cannot prove this either way, but funny if true. Someone was like, why are they doing traditional Hungarian dance moves in the dance? Which, if someone can like confirm to me in the comments if that's true or not, very funny. But like, I have no way of actually confirming if that's true. Other than that. Oh, I also have these two Twice cards that someone gave me as freebies. I assume they're real from the D-Icon sets. And I don't have cards of Nyan or Tui, so we're gonna put these in the freebies section of my binder. I do have, I think it's 3 copies of Dreamcatcher's album on the way. I pre-ordered it from the DCC store. I'm hoping that they'll give me like one of each member POB from a set, because there was like, for all of the stores, they're doing 2 sets of POBs, which is, guys, no, stop, no. 1 is enough. 3 is enough per store. You don't need to do 2 per member. But anyway, I bought 3, and I hope that they'll give me like a full set of like one of the concepts for POBs. I'm not optimistic, but I can hope. So I have 3 of them on the way. I think that's gonna put me at like a really weird number of cards for the era, so I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Because my options are, because there's 3, I think there's 3 cards per limited album. Oh yeah, I wanted the limited version of the album. I did not want the jewel case. I'm not gonna be buying the jewel case. So I don't have any of the jewel cases on the way. I don't care about getting that version of the album. I just wanted the big photo book version. So I have 3 POBs, and I think there's 3 cards per limited album, which puts me at 12 cards. Which is annoying for like a single page of cards. So like my options are either to sell 3 of them or to collect 6 more. I guess like strictly speaking, I don't have to do either of those things. Like I can just have 3 extra cards. It would be fine. But I just like closing out eras on pages. Like I don't like eras running together on pages in my binders. So if I can make it even, I would like to. I assume based on the number of POB events that they're doing, that by the end of the era, cards, like album cards, will be pretty cheap. So honestly, I think I'll just like look at templates and then when the end of the era comes around, either like buy them or hope that people want to trade them for stuff. Not optimistic on the trades, but at least by the end of the era, they'll be like $2 or $3 each. And that way we can just fill out the page of 6 more cards. Because there's a ton of cards. I think someone was talking about it. I don't remember who. But I think someone said there was like 33 album cards per member. That's too many. Please? Okay, I've now had to go get card sleeves for a 3rd time. So this is a lot of cards. Gonna be a long storing video. I guess the last thing to talk about is Artemis. As of the day I'm filming this, they just released Chuddy's teaser trailer, whatever it's they're calling it. The visuals look so cool for this this music video. Mad that we're just gonna get concept photo cards in it, but the music video and like all of the other visuals around it look so cool. I am so excited for next Friday. I think I have determined that there is like a Barnes & Noble version, which I assume is the overseas version with the US exclusive or whatever. So we'll be doing that. So we'll be doing, we're gonna pause photo cards, and next week's video is gonna be Artemis. Possibly Itsy as well. I might go pick up a copy of theirs at Target. But yeah, I think I'll go get 5 copies from Barnes & Noble, and then we can unbox those next week for comeback day, which is really exciting. I'm always excited when I get to do like stuff on the day of the comeback. I don't know why I have this extra object pack in here. It's just here now. But yeah, considering Virtual Angel was like one of my most played songs of the year last year, and it tops basically everyone's K-pop songs of last year list, this is gonna be, it's gonna be one to top. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what they got for us next week. I guess there's all this other stuff too. Thank you so much for coming along with me while I sleeved photo cards and talked about random nonsense. I don't even remember what I talked about for most of this video. Like I said, stay tuned next week. We're gonna do a little intermission from these photo cards here, and we're gonna unbox Artemis. Maybe there'll be a bonus Etsy thread in there. And then the week after that, we will store all these photo cards. This is a lot. Like, this is more than I've had in my box in a while, so this is going to be a pretty hefty storing video. So that'll be the week after. Stay tuned, it's gonna be a lot of fun. See you guys next time.